So let's talk briefly, if we can, about the difference between standard English and vernacular, basically. Spoken English versus written English is another way of looking at it. Paul, when Shaquille O'Neal shows up for a basketball game, is he wearing his Lakers uniform outside the stadium?
No.
No, but when he gets onto the court, is he wearing that nice, Armani suit?
No.
No, he changes into his
Lakers
his Lakers, because there's a time and a place for written English and there's a time and a place for spoken English. So of course, when you're with your friends and if you want to say, I gotta go, it's perfectly okay. But if you're at a job interview, you might want to say something like, I have to go, or I must take leave of you now. So let's talk about some differences between standard English and vernacular. Here are some simple mistakes that you can avoid. Incomplete sentences, such as, gotta go. The problem is that when you speak English, people, quote, know what you're talking about. But when you write, people don't, quote, know what you're talking about. And it's very important to communicate, like, who is going to the store? What are they buying there? And which he are you talking about? Are you talking about the he from the last paragraph or the he from this paragraph? Another one to avoid is abbreviated words. Like that. Words like don't as opposed to, Paul?
Do not.
That's right. And can't as opposed to?
Cannot.
And won't as opposed to won't not. That's right. No, will not. Things like this. It simply sets a tone in your writing or your speech when you say, I won't do that as opposed to I will not do that. It's simply speaking and writing appropriately for the arena, as it were. Colloquialisms, or as I like to say, expressions. Colloquialisms like hang out. Paul, what's a more standard way of saying hang out?
Got together.
Got together. Yeah. David?
Spend time together.
Thank you very much. Spend time together. Things like this. There's standard ways of putting things together. Here's one of my favorites. I did good in school. What part of speech is good?
It is an adjective.
That's right. And we really should say, I did well in school. Just as a little aside, in German, the Germans figured it out because the word gut is both an adjective and an adverb. But we'll get to parts of speech later. And then the last thing I want to talk about is fluff. Fluff is a great thing to avoid. What typifies Chinese poetry is that they use fewer words with great meaning. So the Chinese, for example, have lots of four-character idioms. Long time no see is the one that's most often translated in English. But fluff is using too many words to say a simple idea, such as, my personal favorite is at this moment in time. Boy, that's a lot of words to say something you can communicate with one three-letter word. What is it, David?
Now.
Now. Don't waste time. I know you want to get that 400-word essay done, but don't use fluff. Now makes you look a lot more confident in your writing than using a lot of fluff that doesn't say anything and doesn't make you look smarter.